power and helped parole the son of a high-ranking Democrat official. The criminal was serving 2 concurrent life sentences for murder. Thanks to Cleland, the murderer was set free after serving only 7 years of his sentence. He then went out and killed again. The more you learn about Max Cleland, the more questions you have.
Give your car a new life for only $249.95 at Peach Auto Painting and Collision. Save $150. Majestic Paint Service, $249.95. It's a peach of a paint job.
It's an even longer and harder ride for the Fantasy 5. Now, 6 days a week, Sunday through Friday, week in, week out, delivering jackpots like $99,000, $120,000, and even $760,000 to winners all over Georgia.
I threw a shoe.
I lost a stirrup.
I broke a nail.
Oh, poor guy.
Now drawing on Wednesdays, too.
I'd like for you to meet my friend Elsie. If it wasn't for the work I did in Congress last year, she might well be named Hamburger. Those crazy bureaucrats in Washington tried to ruin the dairy business in Georgia, and they can't even tell the front end of one of these cows from the rear end. We're going to do the same hard work for all the farmers in the 10th District of Georgia. Folks, if these girls could just vote, we'd win this election by a landslide.
Night at 6 on 13 WMAZ Eyewitness News.
What used to be a hot spot for criminals is now being reduced to ashes. I'm Michelle Rickman, and you'll find out why, coming up in a live report.
What caused the fatal fire that claimed the life of 3 Central Georgia youngsters? I'm Kimberly Daniel. You'll hear the details.
Plus, as part of our team coverage, find out how you can keep the same thing from happening to your home. That's tonight at 6.
Coverage straight from the heart.
Misleading ads, smear tactics, outright lies. That's how newspapers reported Guy Milner's attacks on Zell Miller and Johnny Isaacson. Now he's distorting Max Cleland's record against crime. But Guy Milner plays by a different set of rules. A multimillionaire, Milner paid no income taxes in '91, was caught using phony tax credits, and is repeatedly delinquent paying property taxes. Guy Milner, the more you know, the harder he is to believe.
I see my family out there. They may not be my children biologically, but they are still my family. The playgrounds used to be infested, but now my children have a place to play. We bond together, and we take care of the problem. We're watching.
Say no to drugs and be part of a drug-free America.
Jim Wiggins is a fighter. As a combat helicopter pilot in Vietnam, he earned the Silver Star for bravery in battle. As a district attorney and U.S. attorney, he led the fight against drugs and crime. The GBI called him the best, most aggressive prosecutor the state of Georgia has ever known. Now Jim Wiggins will fight for us in Congress, for jobs and education, and against those who want to cut Medicare and veterans benefits. Jim Wiggins, Congress, a fighter for Georgia's 8th District.
Get the best deal in the world from the world's largest exclusive Coachman dealer, Mid-State RV Center in Byron. And now's the time to buy. Save thousands on brand new 96 models from Mid-State RV. Choose from a great selection of luxury motorhomes, deluxe fifth wheels, and practical pop-up campers. Get top dollar for your trade-in and an instant appraisal on site. The 96 model closeout going on now at Mid-State RV Center, exit 46 off I-75, behind the Big Peach in Byron.
Seen these attack ads? The big labor bosses in Washington are spending big money spreading big lies to buy their control of Congress. Here in Georgia, they're running ads in favor of David Bell. The big labor bosses are tax and spend liberals. They fought welfare reform, stopped term limits, blocked a balanced budget. But they're spending big bucks on David Bell. The big labor bosses. Big money, big lies, big liberals. Call the union bosses. Tell them Georgia is not for sale.
Straight ahead on Eyewitness News, 13-team coverage of a fatal house fire.
What caused the fatal fire that claimed the life of 3 Central Georgia youngsters? I'm Kimberly Daniel. You'll hear the details.
Local firefighters say you can prevent house fires from destroying your home. I'm Stacey Ellison, and I'll show you what they're doing to teach you coming up.
And Tom Johnston has a wonderful weather forecast, so stay with us. Eyewitness News is just ahead.
It's 4 for $5 time at Arby's. 4 beef and cheddars for just $5. Slow roasted beef and tangy cheddar cheese sauce on an onion roll. Times 4.
Coverage straight from the heart. You're watching 13 WMAZ Eyewitness News.
I must have ate a gallon of chili.
You ate a herd of ribs.
Well, the onion rings were greasy.
My refried beans were heavy.
Cheese fries.
Garlic bread.
My Lanta.
My Lanta? Tums Ultra.
Tums works fast to help knock out heartburn. And while my Lenta liquid has aluminum and magnesium.
Tums Ultra has calcium.
Something my body needs anyway. I like that.
Your body? What about my body?
Critics are calling D3 the Mighty Ducks the best Ducks yet.
Bring it on.
It's action-packed and full of surprises. Emilio Estevez, D3 the Mighty Ducks, rated PG. Now playing.
Six on 13 WMAZ Eyewitness News.
It's a crime that's rarely solved. I'm Michelle Dixon, and you'll find out why it's so hard to get people to pay for what they pump.
Our Chris Paul is finally where he belongs, up in the clouds, 1,000 feet above Central Georgia. He'll give you a bird's eye view live from the Kroger Blimp at 6. It was on its way to becoming a ghost town, but what's old is now becoming new again as downtown Macon makes a comeback. We'll show you what's changed coming up.
Coverage straight from the heart.
You take responsibility for yourself and your family. President Clinton is making people on welfare take responsibility. He signed tough welfare reform, work requirements, time limits, force teenage mothers to stay in school or lose benefits. The next step, create jobs. Tax incentives for businesses that hire welfare recipients. Job training for all workers. Dole Gingrich tried to cut job training. Wrong for our future. President Clinton, moving people from welfare to work, meeting our challenges.
Good news, Macon. At Loosier of Macon, spend this much, get this much free. It's the sale that made Loosier Furniture famous, and it's happening right now. It's our famous 2-for-1 sale of fine furniture. At Loosier of Macon, buy one and get one free. For instance, you buy this handsome living room suit and get this classic bedroom suit free. You buy $100 worth, you get $100 worth free. Buy $1,000 worth, get $1,000 worth free. Buy anything you want, get 2-for-1, and name your own credit term. We're Loosier of Macon, home of the famous 2-for-1 sale. 1673 Eisenhower Parkway in Macon.
Tonight at 6 on 13 WMAZ Eyewitness News.
There's a lot to follow when you see flashing lights behind you. I'm Michelle Dixon, and you'll find out just what can happen if you don't follow that rule.
Is your child safe while at school? That's the question a local school board is wrestling with. Find out what changes may lie ahead at 6. More than 50 people are arrested as part of a drug roundup in Central Georgia. We'll show you the illegal goods police found tonight at 6.
Coverage straight from the heart.
Every Leisure Bay and Brunswick pool table's on sale now at America's great recreational factory warehouse. Buy now, play now, and pay later with no money down, no interest or payments for 6 months. Genuine slate pool tables compare at $1,500, just $9.99. Regulation Brunswick tables an unbelievable $6.99. All wood furniture tables, not $3,000, just $14.99. Lowest price. It's guaranteed. Recreational Factory Warehouse, Eisenhower Plaza next to Western Auto and Carol's Linens, Macon.
Have you ever bought something and then seen it for less a month later? I hate when that happens. Well, see, that's what I love about Rhodes. They did something for me no other furniture store would. They guaranteed that I was paying the lowest price of the year. Really, right now, everything is at the lowest price of the year. No worries and no second guessing.
Rhodes. Absolutely the lowest prices of the year, guaranteed. Plus, now for our Columbus Day event, no interest and no payments until 1998.
Fair Bear gives his stamp of approval to the Georgia National Fair, October 4th to the 13th in Perry. Concerts in Reeves Arena feature the Pride of Georgia show with John Berry, Daryl Singletary, and Red Akins, and the Double Trouble Tour with Travis Tritt and Marty Stewart. Concert tickets include gate admission to the fair. Fair Bear says share the fun and excitement at the Georgia National Fair in Perry. Livestock and horse shows, agricultural displays, home and fine arts, free entertainment, fireworks, and a special program for senior citizens. The Georgia National Fair is the pride of Georgia.
On 13 WMAZ Eyewitness News.
This is the only water flowing at a Macon apartment complex. I'm Michelle Dixon, and coming up, I'll tell you why it has tenants reaching the boiling point.
The November elections are less than a month away. Are you ready to let your voice be heard? Find out how some plan to get you to the polls at 6. And just what can you expect weather-wise out of your weekend? Meteorologist Tom Johnston will have your forecast tonight at 6.
Coverage straight from the heart.
10 million new jobs. Family income up $1,600. President Clinton cut the deficit 60%. Signed welfare reform, requiring work time limits. Taxes cut for 15 million families. Balancing the budget. America's moving forward with an economic plan that works. Bob Dole, $900 billion in higher taxes. Republicans call him tax collector for the welfare state. His risky tax scheme would raise taxes on 9 million families. Bob Dole, wrong in the past, wrong for our future.
No more sneak previews.
No more waiting around.
The 97s are here, and it's time to take action.
Take advantage of special introductory offers on brand new 1997 Toyotas. Now showing at your Middle Georgia Toyota dealers.
Drive the new 97 Corolla with automatic air and power steering, $169 a month. Plus, get $500 cash back.
Drive a rugged new 97 Tacoma with air, stereo, and more, $149 a month.
Now's the time to take action.
Hurry to Butler Toyota, Classic Toyota, Pitts Toyota, or Eddie Wiggins Toyota.
Congressman Norwood voted with Newt Gingrich 98% of the time. Sorry, Charlie, your votes against Medicare and the environment are wrong.
Extremists in both political parties shout so loudly that those of us in the mainstream aren't heard. It seems that partisan politics has become more important than people. That's wrong. In Congress, I'll be an independent voice. I'll stand with anyone who is willing to stop bickering and start working.
Saxby Chambliss, Congress.
In 1994, you elected me to bring common sense leadership and conservative Georgia values to Washington. I kept my word.
Saxby Chambliss supported the welfare reform bill, the balanced budget amendment, the line item veto, and term limits.
We've got to get this country back on track for the sake of our children and grandchildren.
On November 5th, elect Saxby Chambliss, Congress.
What's important to America's families?
Taxes. I don't mind paying my own fair share, but I want everybody else to pay theirs, too.
And where do the candidates stand? Congressman Saxby Chambliss voted to preserve a tax loophole that's allowed millionaires to avoid taxes by renouncing...
Been in business ourselves for 20 years. These folks produce 80% of the jobs. The bureaucrats in Washington got to get off the backs of small business. Give them some regulatory relief. Give them some tax relief. If Washington expects small business people to keep working hard in this great country.
Want to talk to the television station that listens to you? Call Talkback 13, straight from the heart.
Tonight at 6 on 13 WMAZ Eyewitness News.
Security is tightened around the federal courthouse for the upcoming trial of 3 Central Georgia militiamen. I'm Michael Hockey, and I'll tell you what's being done.
2 arrests may be the beginning to the end of a burglary ring that stretched from Central Georgia all the way to Maryland. You'll get the latest at 6. And the Braves have their backs against the wall. Will they come out fighting for their win? Join Edward McDonald live at a local hotspot for sports at 6.
Coverage straight from the heart.
How long has it been since your feet felt really good? Your feet are not supposed to hurt, and when they do, you need help. The doctor of podiatric medicine is medically and surgically trained to treat problems of the leg, ankle, and foot. Call the Georgia Podiatric Medical Association's foot line now at 1-800-529-6313 and get the name of the podiatrist nearest you.
When she was 6, her dad taught her how to ride a two-wheeler. When she was 9, he helped her explore the universe. But for all their love and attention, there was one lesson left untaught. Susie's parents never taught her about drugs. That drugs kill. When you don't say no to your kids about drugs, it's like saying yes.
Say no to drugs. Be part of a drug-free America.
The number one issue on the minds of my constituents is the high crime rate in this country, and I understand why they're upset about it. The criminals are laughing at our system. We've got to start enforcing the laws that we've got on the books now. Oh, we need to quit coddling criminals. I believe in a strong death penalty. We need stricter and swifter punishment. If you're sentenced to 20 years, by golly, you ought to serve 20 years.
Saxby Chambliss, Congress.
Compared to what you normally do, Quick Cash is quite a sensation. Give it a play at your favorite fun spot, and in minutes, you could win up to $100,000. Now, doesn't that sound good?
A great addition to your day. Join me here weekdays at 9 on 13 WMAZ, straight from the heart. I'm Pat Bullard. Join me Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. on 13 WMAZ. I'm the new guy with the new show, weekdays at 9 on WMAZ. I'm Pat Bullard. Join me weekdays at 9 here on 13 WMAZ, straight from the heart. I think they've got the point. Announcer, please.
The Pat Bullard Show, weekdays at 9 a.m. on 13 WMAZ.
Straight ahead on Eyewitness News, thieves made a fast getaway after robbing this liquor store. We'll tell you why the cops think the suspects are part of a multi-state burglary ring.
Security is tightened around the federal courthouse for the upcoming trial of 3 Central Georgia militiamen. I'm Michael Hockey, and I'll tell you what's being done.
And hi, I'm Edward McDonald live at the sports spot. It's a little empty now, but in just a little while, it'll be filled with screaming and very nervous Braves fans. Sports live from the sports spot in about 15 minutes.
So stay with us. Eyewitness News is just ahead.
The Value Drive is on during Oldsmobile's Value Drive sales event. For a limited time, Oldsmobile is clearing out all remaining 96s. And with special factory-to-retailer incentives on new 97 models, you have an even greater opportunity to save. 88 by Oldsmobile, J.D. Power & Associates Best Premium Midsize Car in Initial Quality. Or Cutlass Supreme, all the roominess, performance, and features you need, plus Value Drive savings. See your Southern Oldsmobile retailer today.
We've been friends forever. Lynn was the first to have a baby, then Kay had Amy. Now between us, we have 9 kids. We're always passing the clothes back and forth. They've got to last. Through lots of stains and lots of washes. So we use Tide from Piggly Wiggly.
Tide's unique cleaning system helps wash away many tough stains better than regular detergents and helps keep cottons from fuzzing or fading.
To the kids, it's like getting new clothes.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide at Piggly Wiggly.
Tonight at 6 on 13 WMAZ Eyewitness News.
You won't make it into the federal courthouse today without going through some pretty tight security measures. I'm Stacey Ellison, and I'll have the story.
Home security is a major concern. I'm Michelle Dixon. Find out how to make sure your house is safe enough to put the spotlight on crime.
Coverage straight from the heart.
The Georgia State Fair opens Monday at Central City Park in Macon, and this year, once again, we've added an extra day. 7 big days. And listen, this year, 4 big rides and limited days. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday. Pay $12 and ride till you drop. Or switch your book of advanced ride tickets for Rides Unlimited and save even more. The Midway features the greatest thrill rides of all. The Georgia State Fair, opening Monday, Central City Park in Macon, our 141st year.
Here's 4 good reasons why you should come to Fabric Care Cleaners. 1, you can reduce your dry cleaning bill with their Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday specials. 2, next day alterations. 3, they offer same day and next day service even on Saturdays. And 4, their new quality assurance program makes your clothes look better than ever. Now you've got 4 good reasons to come to Fabric Care's Return to Quality stores. Visit a location nearest you.
Here at St. Clair County Homes, all of our salespeople are really teed off at high prices. It's an all-out sales drive, and we're really slicing prices. And prices aren't the only thing we're slicing. Here's the hook.
And it's for free. Free washer and dryer or free skirting with any home purchase after $916.96.
And don't forget to ask about our damage sale. Remember, at Sinclair Oconee Homes, your Horton Home Sales Center, you always land home.
Straight ahead on Eyewitness News.
The trial begins for 3 Central Georgia men accused of building pipe bombs. I'm Michael Hockey. I'll have a live report.
You won't make it into the federal courthouse today without going through some pretty tight security measures. I'm Stacey Ellison, and I'll have the story.
Is your house really safe against tricky thieves? I'm Michelle Dixon, and coming up in a live report, you'll see how you can put your house to the test.
Stay with us. Eyewitness News is next.
The Value Drive is on during Oldsmobile's Value Drive sales event. Make the smart choice with Cutlass Supreme, all the roominess, performance, and features you need. Plus, for a limited time, Oldsmobile is clearing out all remaining 96s. And with special factory-to-retailer incentives on new 97 models, you have an even greater opportunity to save. Cutlass Supreme by Oldsmobile. The Value Drive is on. See your Southern Oldsmobile retailer today.
Coverage straight from the heart. You're watching 13 WMAZ Eyewitness News.
Our top story tonight, the trial of 3 militiamen accused of building pipe bombs and plotting against the government begins. Bob Starr, Jimmy McCraney, and Troy Kaiser are all from Central Georgia, and all are members of the Georgia militia at large. The 3 were arrested last spring and have been in jail ever since. Now, a jury of their peers must decide if the men are innocent or guilty of the charges against them. We have 13 team coverage of this big story for you. Attorneys started the process of selecting a jury this morning.
They'll choose 12 jurors out of a pool of approximately 100 people. We began our team coverage with Michael Hockey, who was in court today and joins us now live at the federal courthouse to let us know if the jury is seated. Michael.
Well, Tina, no, the jury is not seated. In fact, attorneys didn't start questioning potential jurors until sometime after 11 o'clock. Today was a day was standing and waiting around for the potential jurors.